Don't let anyone trick you out your spot. If you're having a good day, have a good day. Hello, guys. Welcome to another Astro Sun Transit reflection. We're going to call it that. Cancer season. The tears. The tears was just coming down, boy. Like, it may sound cliche, signifying a water sign season with emotions and feeling, but like literally that's what it gave. And honestly, the tears that was falling wasn't like just like bitter tears or like sad tears. It was just like the capacity to feel was very strong this season. I would say the capacity to honor your feelings, feel your feelings, have ownership over them, meaning not really trying to place that responsibility on someone else. And also in the sense of not giving your emotional power away. Like if I'm in a good mood and I'm like I woke up happy and then you happen to just not be in a great mood and you think that your misery because it loves company that's gonna just, come over here and disrupt me. Like it's like that. It's like standing strong in just what you feel, who you are, and not allowing anyone else's emotions, feelings, or baggage to affect your frequency, to affect your mood, to affect how you feel. Like, I mean, we're human. It's gonna happen. Like, I have moments too where it's like I'm good, I'm chilling, and someone says something that just sets me the fuck off, and it irritates me. And yes, it shifts my mood, but especially nowadays, I've been very, very like intentional. Like I let myself feel what I feel, right? But after that, it's like I'm not gonna carry this. No, I refuse to because it's not a good feeling. Misery is not a good feeling, and I'm sorry that it loves company, but I don't want to be its company. So yeah, this season it shined light on so many things. It shined light on again emotional sensitivity and responsibility. Not only that, but themes surrounding the home. Themes surrounding the home, like making your space yours, right? Like even if it's a place where you're just not feeling the best in, like some of us are living places where we just want to run away from. Even in those moments where it's just like any little thing you can do to create a safe space for the time being, because you think about Cancer, you think about the fourth house, you think about the moon. It's all surrounding the home, and it's not just the physical, right? It's emotional. It's that inner foundation, the home that you carry with you everywhere. Like no matter where you go, that is your home. Your rituals is your home. The things you repeatedly commit to, that is your home. So understanding the sense that there's two homes, there's an eternal one and there's a external one, and making both of them amazing to your liking, like really building and nurturing that. No, something else did come up too, like for those of us who are being put in places where we are caretakers, taking care of our family members, right? Or like showing up in any kind of way, having like some kind of responsibility tied to our family, knowing how to balance showing up, right? Showing up for them because that's just a responsibility that you took on, but also making sure that it doesn't overpower how you have been showing up for yourself. Like not self-sacrificing, not considering whether you have the capacity to, because sometimes you're just not going to have the capacity. That was a theme that came up to me this season. It was so significant, because I've, been fortunate enough to be in a position to assist and take care of my grandmother. And as I'm doing that, I'm handling my own business. And so I've been learning how to juggle both without losing myself, without self-sacrificing, understanding that there are going to be times when I'm going to have to say no and it's going to suck, but I'll make up for it. But for those of you, it could be considered, it could be your children, it could be the fact that you may not wake up feeling your best, and your kids may feel the effect of that, you know? Just grasping that concept that you will let your loved ones down for the sake of self sustainability. One thing that stood out to me this season was like sort of like returning to my rituals. Like Cancer is such a nostalgic sign. Returning to things that have worked, like certain wellness routines, going back to things that made me happy, brought me joy, and like nurturing them again and adding it to the new things that I've been picking up on. So I wrote these notes as I was journaling, and I want to share it. I want to share it with you because it's like sometimes when I'm journaling, I'm definitely like in flow state, and these are not like I'm not thinking these things out. They're just like coming out. They're like basically a channel. So I put protect your peace, protect your home, protect your heart. Ooh, protect your peace, protect your home, protect your heart. It's just a sense of peace. I've been hearing a lot of even myself, but my friends will just say, all I care for right now is peace. That's such a beautiful space to be in, where it's just like you don't care for the rah 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 or the like extraness of everything. You just want peace and balance and harmony. So yeah, I feel like that's something I'm gonna really take with me from Cancer season, is like to make sure I protect my peace, and as I'm protecting the space that I lay my head, I'm also protecting my heart, my inner world, because that's what I'm taking with me everywhere. I read a paragraph about cancers and about the symbol of the crab and the fact that he, it carries its home as it's traveling, and that was just such a significant thing. Like its shell, that's really its home, and it's on its back. So like consider that. What else I wrote? Don't let anyone trick you out your spot. Don't let anyone trick you out your spot. That really goes back all into like owning your own emotional system and not being so easily disturbed by the emotional disturbance of someone else. Like, don't let no one trick you out your spot. If you're having a good day, have a good day. If you're having a good day, you're having a good day. It is so important because misery sure loves company. Sure does. Of course, this season we had Mercury retrograde, and it being in Cancer, it's like not only is our heart revisiting certain things, our mind is too. And so the integration of both, by the way, I have done like a whole video on the integration basically of the mind and body. So if you're into that, it's a human design perspective, tune in. It is my prior video. But yeah, like that integration is so necessary because there's so many times where we just don't know what to trust. Our heart is telling us one thing, our mind is saying another. And I've come to find like that integration where both the mind and the heart can meet and and compromise and just be in agreement. Congruence. That's important. So that came up a lot. And Mercury retrograde is good retrograde and do what it has to do. So if your ex came to like hit you up, or a few of them can hit you up, then you just know that there's just certain lessons that didn't get learned, or it's a test. It's something that comes up to prompt, are you going to go back on your word, or are you going to settle for less, or are you going to there was also a new moon in Cancer as well. Wow, this season was really busy. There was a new moon where it's like setting these new intention in regards to our emotional system. Where some places that we want to take more ownership for how we feel. Whereas there's some places where we're not gonna apologize for how we feel. Like, respecting and honoring our emotional system in that kind of way, where it's just the truth is the truth is the truth. Like This is how I feel. I'm gonna say how I feel, and we're gonna move on. I also want to highlight that the moon is only reflecting the light from the sun. So if you think about like Cancer season, the moon archetype, like whatever is coming up is being revealed for you to clear out. Like that's literally to me what it reads. Like whatever that comes up during the season, it is just being shown up to you for you to now be aware, right? For you to now be aware and make a choice about like how are you going to move as you go forward. Like what is there certain things you need to like let go of or drop or just not take on with you with this path anymore. These things are only here to help and exhilarate, to help you get to where you're going with more of a like certainty of just who you are and what you're taking with you. So I hope that you guys have took advantage of this season full of tears, but I hope that it was also tears of joy and just gratitude. I know things could be hard, and I know there are times when our emotions can get the best of us. But I do pray and hope that whoever's watching this, that you come back to that center. You get back to that part of you that just knows that all is well, no matter how it looks on this outside. All is well, all is well, all is well. Asheo. How did this Cancer season pan out for you? Please let me know in the comments below. Now we're approaching Leo season. I feel like Cancer season was that one like last opportunity to clean up some debris, like anything that you were holding on, like when it comes to the past, blockage or things that you just wasn't working through. Like this was an opportunity to clear that out so that in Leo season you pop out. Like it's like, you sharing your art, you sharing your love, you sharing your presence because you feel so free. You done like let go some shit, you done decluttered some shit, and now you're in that space that you want to just share your gift, your joy, your expression with the world. So how is this Cancer season for you? Like if you resonate with anything that I said, please leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm coming back with some more sun transits and other transit reflections. Thank you.